Yeah, this week.
And where is it?
That.
There you go, perfect.
Right.
And then in a minute you stick it up there, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, right, get on me, then we're ready. Me. Hello everybody, if there's anybody out there, hello to you. I'm Nick Gregan, I'm at the Camera Club in Kennington, London, and tonight is the portrait group. We're going to be doing funky or stylish 50s, 60s kind of hats and try and recreate, for me, a final image would be a black and white image, but for other people it might be colour. But we're going to got a fabulous model tonight, Alice Pins, and hopefully you'll enjoy what we do. Anybody got any questions? Drop them in the chat window and I'll get to you, and I'll show you what's going along as we get going. And we're going to start with a thing called checkerboard lighting. And this is just the very first setup light. Can you get on that close, on that, Phil? Mm-hmm. And you can see in that we have dark on one side, light on the other side, on the model's face. This is not the model, by the way, this is just Joe. Our model's a bit better looking than that, I'm afraid. No offence. And the background has got the opposite. Light on one side, dark on the other side. I've heard people call it checkerboard lighting, and well, here we're going to go. We'll get going in 2 minutes. As soon as I get the rest of the live system set up. Stick that in there. Hiya. Hello. Welcome. Bill, did you need me?
I do. Well, you know I do, Nick.
Come on. Welcome.
Brought everything over to work, and I was like, yeah, I can't be bothered to go home.
No, I just didn't know today actually because someone.
Oh, that's why I wasn't serious.
So
Okay.
yeah, so I'm like, okay.
You did 160 F 6.4, and I think you're using an
Oh,
S700.
yeah, sorry.
Remember rightly.
Yeah, a bit got my hats, right?
So, yeah, it's going to be hats. So yeah, so 1950s, 1960s hats from model, and we're doing these checkerboard, and also black and white, one side very white, the other very light. Okay, so
And two different setups. So this is
I don't know how many setups, and this is my first photo group.
I mean,
I got it 160,
Nice to meet you.
6.3,
You went
and
my
I've got
third
64, I think it was at 100.
third portrait group?
yeah, workshop.
Okay. Were you in the studio pod? On the 26th. Were you in the studio pod on the 26th of November?
No.
Come on.
What was that?
Yeah, go.
What party?
Oh, we do.
Whenever you're ready, Alice.
These spots, where we just like do.
I don't know if I heard just.
What it was, I had
Well, it's kind of
220 people
It's not
apply
because.
to the casting. People apply to the casting.
I thought it was probably, I can't get more than 11 man at the moment.
Like how?
20 people, about 30 or 40, I thought. There's 2 girls, I thought maybe alright. And a load of blokes, a lot of drunk people applied. And then Alice emailed me directly and said, I'm available, get it. Right.
She's still got the same.
Yeah. Right, why isn't this? Let's try this. Do you know what? I use the camera utility, it's a bit easier. I'm going to try that way. It's working before I came out this afternoon. I don't know why it's not working now.
I'm sorry, we're not successful 230 times.
I know, I just ignored it. Oh, here we go. Lightroom. Quick Lightroom. Yes. There we are. Hey? Right, there we go. Perfect. That's it. Is that bit on the back of there, Phil? Is that, what can you see? Yeah, because I want to make sure, just double check here. I mean, depending on Alice is quite tall, so I might even need to move this light up a little bit. Joe, in the corner of my bag, the back right corner, the big bag here, there's a light meter in a black pouch. Yeah, please. You know what happened? The other one's the LCD screen's gone. LED. Yeah.
Change your camera as well.
No, it's the same one, mate. Yes, it's 5D Mark IV, same one. Right, has anybody got a flash that can set a flash off? Anybody set the flash off? Okay, hang on. Again. That'll do. Perfect. Okay. Marvellous. Nice, I like it. Perfect, Phil. Can you hear any voice on there, Phil? Yeah. Great, lovely. Right, so what we've got, Alice, have a look at this. The way we're going to do this is we're going to light from one side, so you get your face light. I mean, I'll have you turn a little bit, but I need to keep you fairly central because I want to keep the light on the side of the background and dark on the side of the background, so fairly central. All right. So I'm just going to get you set, and then we're going to go. So one thing to think about here, you need to keep an eye on the background and where that center line is, because if you move to the side, you're going to get you might want to do that as your creativity, the shot you see. But ideally, it's meant to be in the center.
Then split in the middle.
Split in the middle. So so right now, as I'm looking here, Alice is off to the side. So I need her to move this. If you move this side this way, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. About there. Yeah. So I'm guided by that line down the center. Let me just do a quick shot, see what I can see how the light's looking. Oh, comes up there.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's what we get. So Phil, do us a favour, mate. Grab that and let's have a little look at that. If you don't mind. So just get on there. And there we can see as a look at this, we've got light from one side. I will turn the model round a little bit so we get the face completely dark. And then we've got the dark on the light side and light on the dark side. Checkerboard lighting. So to say. Right. All right, ready? Now, please remember, there's an orange cable on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
Do you want to trip over it?
try not to trip over it. I've got my tether thing in, but we'll try not to. So, Alice, if you, on the spot, if you move that way a little bit, please. If you turn around to face me this way a little bit, that's it. Now, see now how her face has gone into shadow. Yeah. All right. So that's what I'm looking for. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure I position her face, and maybe I don't want to move this light because it's going to affect the backlight. So I've got to make sure I position Alice so that the right side of her face is dark. That's my thought. That's how I want to set this up to start with. However, if you see different, see and move as you want. We're going to do about 2 minutes. I'm not going to time us this evening. So just see how we go. So on the spot, turn around and face Phil here if you don't mind. That's it. I need you to keep your face pretty much looking this way. Yeah. That's it. So from there, Alice, if you can let your head. So if you look at that first shot, I've missed it. Yeah. Because what I've done, zoom in close enough, Phil. Because what I've done is I've been thinking about a face, and I've taken the shot and then thought, oh, not in the right place. She's off centre. So I've got to move myself and make sure I get everything in the right place. Yeah. So I've got to move around here like this and make sure we get Alice in the right place. So if you keep your head that way, Alice, that's it. Perfect. So if you let your head just drift over that way a bit, that's nice. Away from me. There you go. That's it. So you're looking right over there for me, please. Nice. So I think, so at the moment, I'm shooting at 100 125, 100 ASA or ISO, and 6.3 f6.3. I'm going to go up to 7.1, just a third of a stop. And hopefully, it's going to darken things a little bit. I may go even another stop later. That's it. So let's look at that. So it just darkens things down a little bit more. Yep, cool. All right. So what I want you to do now, if you can, so on that spot, with your, if you keep your back leg where it is, and you step forward with your left leg a little bit, but keep your weight backwards like this. And what I kind of want is here, just kind of round like that a little bit. So it's almost like your tummy is just sucking back, so you're kind of almost rounding a little bit like that. That's it, yeah. Perfect, perfect. Yeah, now get yourself comfy, that's it, yeah. Make sure your weight's on your back legs, it's easier. Yeah, don't go too far back. If you, that's it, because I've got to keep an eye on that line in the background. Nice, perfect. Eyes to me, eye to me. That's it, beautiful. Cool. That's it, nice. So swing your head back right there. That's it, lovely. So drop that hand down for the moment. Lovely. Eyes right to me, straight to me. Cool. Now, from there, keep your hips where they are, right? If with your shoulders, just come to me a little bit with your shoulders. That's it, lovely, yeah.
So you're doing the black hat goes to the white hair, the white shirt goes to the black hair.
That's what we're trying to do, yeah. Can I get your shirt just pulled back this way a little bit? The shirt. That's it. Just a little bit, not too much. That's it. Nice. Right, I need you now from there just to move across the paper this way a little bit. Your whole body. That's it there. Perfect, perfect. Nice, nice. Eyes to me, please. That's it. Cool. Right, that's me done. Okay. Now, as you look at the pictures as I come up now, everything's gone a little bit grey. Yep. Now, I'm okay with that because that means there's enough detail in the whites for me to bump the whites up later on. What I don't want is for them to have no detail at all in the whites, not be able to recapture it in Photoshop. So it looks a little bit grey, but I'm okay with that. You might want, so I'm shooting there at f7.1. You might want to shoot 6.3.
You can just add drop off the shirt, can't you?
Sorry?
You can just add drop off the shirt.
Yeah, you should be able to. It should all bump it up nice and light like that. The other thing is, if we want to, we can bump the power of the backlight up so we get a bit whiter. In fact, Phil, let me do it. So we are on 6.3. I've got 7.2. I'll just take a shot and let you guys have a little look. So we've got a difference. It hasn't made a huge difference, but I've gone up a stop in light, the whole stop power. So it's up to you guys. You can start shooting now. It's up to you if you want to have the light, that power, or down a bit. Any preference? Who's going next? Don't be shy, anybody. Right.
The settings are for the 7.5, 125, and the ISO is 100.
ISO 100,
Yeah.
125, and 7.1. Alan, how are you, mate?
Pardon?
C. Alice.
Alice.
Yeah. Yeah, there's one there. That should set it off. Let me take that off because I don't need that, do I? Are you right with that, Phil? If you want to just stick it up on there, you can do. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah. Defined and struck. This might be a bit heavy though, this. Sorry. Where's the clips? Sorry, I'm just going to put that. Sorry. Is that better?
It might be on this side.
Yeah, we can't get it because it's on that. Yeah. Oh, right, that's what you mean. Yeah. Right, carry on. Yeah. Is it any better? How's it? We'll have to have a look, see how it's looking on Alan's photos as well.
Why did you put this one extra?
This little bit here,
Yeah.
because we're trying to get see the edge.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get a very sharp, defined edge, and because we're using the end of the polyboard here, a little bit broken.
So it's not matter of color, it's matter actually because this one just sharper.
Yeah, because you weren't here when we set it up.
Second?
You weren't here when we set it up.
Okay.
Right, so it's going to give a sharper edge.
Because material that's not color, right?
That's not colour, it's just a sharper edge.
Just material sharper.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's what it's to give a we're trying to get a sharp line. Very nice, mate. I think that's looking great. What do you think, Phil? Getting nice and tight on that.
That's tight as I can.
Yeah, lovely. Very, very nice. Well done, mate. Well done. Are you all right, Gavin? You set up all right, mate? I'll just go down a little bit and the f-stop a little bit.
It's on 200, so
Can you go? Yeah.
I can't get to 100.
Right. Okay. So what's your f-stop on?
It's on 10. That was 8 to 12.
All right. Try that then. And if not, go up again. Yeah.
Come on, you can do it. I'm talking to my camera and heard it. What I wanted to do. Yeah, I was like, come on, you can do it. You know, the spirit of the camera. Do I know how to use my camera?
Right. Just make sure you just double check and make sure those. Yeah. Yeah. It's much better. Yeah. And and also you're getting the darks to be a bit darker as well.
Yeah.
Shirt's not well, isn't it?
Hey.
That must be what, 4 years old, that shirt? 5 years old?
Yeah. Well, well, whenever you gave it to me, it went straight to the locker. I never used it. I brought it out. I knew you'd come in there, so I brought it out special for you. In what? Getting that. Yeah. But I mean that. No, it's not easy. No, it's not easy. And if you have a small space, it gets difficult because the light starts to bounce around. Now we're getting light bouncing around here, which is why we're not getting the pure blacks. If we were in a complete black studio, it's much easier to manage. Tricky, mate. Very tricky. Are you using water with oil in it or what with glycerin in it?
I feel very,
Yeah, glycerin.
actually, I just sometimes have hard time but I'm not having this because I have my stripe, I have everything. So, and I yeah, something happens. And also it has the clippers to grab the, yeah, and then
So don't forget to keep talking to her and telling her what you want. No. It's also Because if you keep talking, giving her a bit of direction, she can bounce off you and move, and and will give you different shapes that you wouldn't think of. So it makes it easier for her rather than just kind of standing there. Like, you know what I mean? So also be careful of where her face is going, because we want to keep one side of her face dark if we can. So yeah, that's right. So I'm back on again, talking again now. So what we've got here is this thing called checkerboard lighting. And it's very easy to get caught up in the moment of looking at what the model's doing. Are you pulling that down, Phil? All right. So it's very easy to get caught up in the moment and focus on the model's face. Really, what we need to do is keep an eye on the whole picture, because the background in this type of shot is just as important as the foreground in the model. So, and we are trying to keep one side of the face light and the other side of the face dark in shadow, so it works well against the background. But of course, the model wants to bring her face around to the front, which is fair enough, but that gives us, where the lights are at the moment, light on the side of the face. And I've seen a couple of shots, we're getting that classic Rembrandt lighting here. But that's not what this shot's all about. The other way we could light this, if you swing around up these lights, Phil, what I could do to make this different was pull this light much further around to the side, so we're lighting just from the side. If we're lighting just from the side, that means we just get light on the model and not the background. So the whole of the background's light, and then we just add the light from the backlight covering half the thing. So we've got a choice. I've decided to do it this way. We could have done it a different way. And in the next shot, we might change on and do that, and just do 2 types of checkerboard lighting. Gavin, how are you doing time-wise, mate? Right. So see what's happening now. All is going yellow there. Yeah? All right. You see how it's going yellow, and you know why it's going yellow?
Why is it yellow?
Because this light here coming out of here,
It's warm.
it's warm, it's yellow, yeah. But you could do a custom white balance and get it while you're doing it, if you want to. But then you've got to be careful with the custom white balance when you're shooting plastic. You've got to remember to change it. Nice, Phil. Nice, mate, yeah. So remember, if anybody has any questions, shout up. How are you getting on there, Alan? Good?
Nose is sort of cracked off the edge. That's not right, is it?
Well, what's happening there? Yeah. So, can you make that any bigger? Yeah, see, what's happening there a little bit? You're letting her face come round into the light. Can I just use that? Phil? Are you there, Phil? Come over here, mate, please. Can I just do that a second, mate? Just turn that round, Alan. So what we've got here, on this image here, get as close as you can. So on this image here, because Alan has allowed the model to turn her face more towards him, and we've got a strong side light, what we're doing is we're losing the shadows on the, as we look at the left-hand side of the face, and we're getting a long shadow from the nose, deep down the side of the nose, and then long across the face. So flick through the rest of them out, Alan, if you don't mind. And the way the light's set up, it's set up very specifically to make sure that we get one side of the face dark and one side light. Yeah. So on the next set, try and make sure you keep the head a bit more to the side, and that way we'll get, see that, when we're further away like that, it looks pretty good. And that doesn't look bad there. So we get in there, we can see her face is really nice and dark there. Oops. Face is nice and dark. And it looks so much better. Yeah, cool, nice, mate, lovely.
You don't like Rembrandt lighting?
Well, not on this one, no, because I'm deliberately trying to get, as we look at it, the left-hand side of her face dark and the right side lit and exposed properly, so that it bounces against the light side, bounces against the dark side of the background, and then the dark side of the face bounces or contrasts against the light side. So that's why it's important to keep that center line of dark and light in the background down the center of a back and center of a head, so that we get that balance of light. But nice, mate. Looking good. Looking good. Thanks, mate. Thanks for that. Phil, back to you, mate. All right. So, Monica, just be careful there because the light is missing it. Yeah.
I know, I just noticed that. All right. Okay.
And the light's missing here because we're using a grid.
Ah.
So we've got a honeycomb grid on the front of the light. Phil, nip round here, mate.
Yeah.
We've got the honeycomb grid on the front of the light, which gives it very directional. It doesn't let any light spill anywhere. So none's going down the bottom at the top. And if we had a wider spill, we'd have more light fall in the background.
I see.
So that's it. So you've got to keep there, yeah. Are you ready to shoot, mate? Are you a bit rusty? You haven't been shooting much?
Yeah, a bit. I've been doing a bit of I've done some parties, done weddings, funeral. Funeral was great.
Somebody asked me to do a funeral a few months ago, and I said no. You want me to video it
No,
with an open casket and that?
no. This is mainly just the after bit of the funeral, which is quite nice. People gathering and kissing and hugging and all that. But not much. Not
Yeah. Well, I mean, of course, this is a different kind of shooting.
Yeah. It's proper shit.
All this stuff is really controlled.
Yeah. I've been doing street mainly as well. A lot of street work.
Yeah. So I've never liked that. You like that? So it just doesn't appeal to me. Street
I've done
photography.
the street with 200 to 500.
Really? Oh, nice.
Yeah. Just stand way back, catching the action. People look at me like I was mad.
Yeah. I mean, one of the lads. Do you know Toby?
Yeah.
Comes in. He was telling me one of his shots. He waited 3.5 hours in the same place, set of stairs, to get the shot he wanted.
Fair play.
And I was, oh, wow, great. I mean, it's a lovely shot.
Yeah.
A girl walking up these stone steps with an umbrella, and he's looking from above. It was really nice.
But not 3 hours.
But I don't have the patience for that.
I was creative, man. So.
Right. Couple more shots, Monica, if you don't mind, and then we'll move on to somebody else. Who's next, by the way?
I'll go next.
Have you been yet?
No, I'm
You could have done a couple more.
So what?
You could have done a couple more.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right. Sorry? Well, because you turn her face to the side, so she's not looking at the. Yeah, let me do it, mate.
That's it.
If you hold it like that. What Tony's doing there, he's getting his white balance right. Great shots.
Right, so I'm going to line up the.
Because we've got a side light, and if the model looks straight towards us like that now, we are going to get strong shadow, because it's a very hard light. So hard edge shadows across her face. So you saw when I started, I had her facing towards me, and I had her facing towards this side over here, or 45 degrees away. So the whole right side of her face was dark. As soon as her head starts to turn around towards us, the light creeps onto the cheek, and nose starts to cast a shadow, just as we look at Alan's pictures there. So, let me just have a little look here. How you getting on?
Oh, good. It's just, you know.
Oh, you're doing a black. See, I'm going to finish mine in black and white. Mine will be black and white in the end.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
mines are basically.
And are you shooting in black and white without any colour detail?
Yeah, I am. The only thing is that I'm saving them in raw and fine.
Ah,
So fine is basically the one. Then the raw is the original file. So
Yeah, yeah.
I get to do.
Yeah, good,
I get
nice,
to choose
nice.
all of them.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
nice,
nice visual
nice.
lights, the accuracy
Yeah.
of the light. It's
I
not
like
so
this
bad
one.
trying to
Yeah,
find contrast.
nice, lovely, yeah.
Then I
But see, for me, and the way I want it to look, this one here is just about right, because it's just, you can see, Phil, come over here, mate, man. Can I show these?
Yeah, sure. Let me just put it back.
So that one, they're getting really close, Phil. That's it. That works really well, but it's just about on the edge of what's acceptable for me, because I wanted that light to be all dark.
All
the side
dark.
of it, yeah. And on a couple of your shots, you've done that, but it's all really dark.
Mhm.
And for me, that's how I really wanted it to look.
Yeah.
But photography is all about what's right for you and what you see is right. There's no right and wrong way to do it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I just didn't get that many shots.
Yeah, but
I
lovely.
like this one as well.
But you can, yes, I like that because that's got a good shadow on the side of the face, and the hat looks really good.
Mm.
But you can see on a couple of your shots where you've moved around a bit,
Yeah.
and that line moves. It's not right or wrong. It's just different.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's no right or wrong to it. I've set it up a one way basically how I want to look.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, people look at it different ways. It's cool.
No, that's it's really cool. Just trying to figure out. That's great. Thank you.
Hey, no problems. And if you've got any questions, fire away. Yeah, just ask away.
Well, I have a very stupid technical question.
Go on in. I might not be able to answer it.
Do you mind me? So it's always dark. I can never actually see.
Really, well, through your viewfinder.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's not yeah, digital viewfinder. So
yeah, so it's a proper viewfinder. It's not a LCD viewfinder, is it?
I think it's a LCD
Yeah.
viewfinder.
I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't
You
know.
can't see it too dark when you're looking for it.
Yeah.
That's easy.
How do you change that? Because I kept thinking like, why can I do that?
Yeah. Well,
Because it actually makes me very frustrated because I kind of know, but at the same time, I'm always kind of guessing how I
Yeah.
want to things because I see her
Yeah.
with my eyes, but
Yeah.
then I'm not sure if I'm actually getting
Yeah,
it right
of course.
here.
Have you got one of these, Joe? Yeah, of course you got.
Then I really, really scared.
Don't worry. Your wife's not watching. You're all right.
No, I'm fine. She okay. I'm trying to find the setting. What was it? So it's on. I memorised it. It's mine this morning. Flash. So it's on the spanner. No, on the. Which one's the flash? Flash.
Who's next then? Phil, are you going, mate?
Trying to visualise it.
Why not?
You had it.
Yeah, go on, do it, man. Absolutely. So, you're up there again, filming. Have you got a thing on top? Yeah.
Yes.
Good. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Oh, my baldy head. Cool. Yeah, nice.
Yes. You got it. You got it.
Oh, look, mate.
So
Yeah, perfect. And you see how the side of her face now, where you've got, look, it's all dark.
Yeah.
Because when you started off, she was quite straight towards you, and you get that. It's a big, strong, hard shadow.
Yeah.
That is beautiful, mate. Hang on. Let's have a look at this in 1 second. Let's have a look at this shot. Absolutely lovely.
like
View mode.
Really nice. I
Right,
like
so
that.
view mode. So that's on.
And what we've got. Flick through a bit, Tony, if you don't mind.
D9. Okay, so that's D9.
framing grid
So that's
display.
perfect because the light's going right down the
Right, so it's on view mode.
centre of her body,
Like
and
you.
on her right side of the left side of the face, and it looks like it's dark, which is meant to be.
That way.
Yeah, I really like that, mate.
Yeah.
And that
the only
additional
one
subject
around
just gives it, yeah. That's it. You've got to keep your eyes on the front and the back,
That's right. Yeah.
and on the light. Yeah. Oh, well done, mate. I really like those. Yeah. So let's have a see around. I've got it really shooting now.
So there's shooter display.
Okay, so in this setup here, let's start with the background. We've got this light in the background. We've got barn doors on it. We've also got a big poly board, but because it's got a scruffy end, we've clipped a piece of card that give a sharp edge to the light from the background. So you get a very sharp definition in the background between the light and the dark. So the poly boards themselves are actually doing nothing in terms of bouncing the light. If we can. I'm not even sure I know what it's called. Is it pictures? Let's do a search. What was it again? Was it see what it comes up. Find the portrait group somewhere. Come on. I don't know where it is, mate. What was my first shot?
Why?
Isn't it? Right, let me put this up here. It's that way, isn't it? How did you get this up? There we go, back on there again. Let's do this. Canon utility. Where's it going? No, they've definitely saved me. Let's quit this. Let's reopen it again. Sure, remote setting. Destination folders, users Nick Gregan pictures. It is in there. I thought it was in there. Nick Gregan. Pictures.
That's great. I love that. That's great. Keep that kind of.
That's not the one I want.
Just go try to make it. Go in there. That's it. That's it. Look at these shoulders. It's lovely. I love that. Love that. Move. That's it. So about there.
What's that there?
That's it. Yeah. That's it. If you need to balance your head, it's fine. Yeah, so yeah, no, my shoe. No, my shoe. It's only up to here.
Do you know what it is? I think it's that's the
Doesn't matter. So just move forward that way. The same side shot.
that's in there. So it's in that folder there. So let's just do it this way.
Love that. Lift your shoulder a little bit. That's it. Two shoulders. That's it. Hands down both sides.
Right, so that's where we started.
That's it. Probably that. Look over slightly. Thank you.
But you see how I've got the side of the face there all dark?
That's
That's what I want.
Oh, what's that?
Even though she's looking at me there, she's still dark. The side of the face.
Thank you. And turn slightly. That's it. Give me some sort of front attitude. That's it.
And I think about that pose there where she's stepping back.
Brilliant. That's it. That's the one. The kick of the head's really good.
That's it.
Thank you. Turn your shoulders slightly.
So basically,
That's it.
so
So turn to the side slightly.
she was standing like that,
Exactly like that. So the shoulders at the same angle. Just work your head.
wait, and pulling the hips round like that.
Just move from one side
But
down.
if you look at her now, she's a really good model. She really moves really well. But on the shots I want it fairly static.
Nice.
So we know where they are, those. So that's where we are there, right. So, anybody else to go? Everybody else been?
Me?
Oh yeah, go on. Yeah, go on. Right, we've got Phil now. Was our last one on this set, okay? So butcher's mitt. Yeah, nice. Oh, yeah, beautiful there. Yeah, nice.
I see what you mean by you try and avoid that kind of shadow usually,
Yeah.
but actually it makes it more powerful.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Normally you wouldn't have that
Yeah.
shadow, but on this, it makes it a strong shot.
Yeah. It certainly leads its way to the ones when I like them not quite.
Yeah. Because if you look there now, so that's not quite very flattering light.
No. But when you turn her,
Because it's got the very strong shadow and the shadow sweeping across the face. But when you get her all the way around, so the lights all making the face dark, it makes it a much stronger shot. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it though, because it
Yeah.
actually, thank you.
No, well, that's what we're here for.
Yeah. I was thinking, yes.
Really.
Adobe just nicks the text.
Do you know what it is? I have real problems. I know, and I've doing a bit of research about it. Adobe and on the Lightroom has real problems. It crashes the system all the time.
Yeah.
So I found that just using the basic Canon one.
Yeah. I've got these files are some huge.
Yeah.
Just slow,
And I use this system as well, Photo Mechanic.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. It's good.
Photo Mechanic's brilliant
It's good for simple photographs, isn't it?
for viewing your photographs. But you can also shoot live in it.
Can you?
Yeah. On the newer version, you can shoot live. I haven't tried it yet. But
What's that other one? See, you got Lightroom, you got the other one, which everyone uses.
Affinity.
No.
Oh.
See,
Capture One.
Capture One, yeah.
Yeah.
That does work with my camera, but I can't really go into the ecosystem. I'm already massively in Adobe now.
But that was my thoughts exactly as well. I didn't want to learn Capture One because I spent all this time learning Photoshop and thingy.
My files aren't even recognised in Adobe.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll probably do something sort of 45 degrees.
Right, that's that. Where's my window?
Cool. Yeah. Thank you.
Are we done there? Right. You still shooting?
No.
You are. I can see you're still shooting.
No.
You're still shooting. Right. Oh, sorry, darling. We're done. We're gonna have a little change now. Okay? Is that all right? Follow me.
Next up.
I'm gonna work it out with you now. So, what do you think? What do you think about a hat?
This hat is fantastic.
I love the hat. So, how about one of your black tops? Yeah. With this and maybe a pair of sunglasses. With that. Well, we've got 3 sunglasses. What do you think? Let's see. 5.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can bend the arm.
Oh.
I think the arm bent. Isn't that one? Oh, are these yours?
No.
Yeah, just bend it.
Maybe I put the white hat. Or maybe.
I don't know what that looks like. It's just I had it in my locker downstairs and I thought, oh, we could try that. You could try it.
Let's try.
Try it, maybe this happening, something like that. That work alright for you?
Okay. Yeah.
Right, Rory? I've got a question for you now. Anybody want any particular style of lighting? That's throwing a curveball in.
No, I mean,
Do you want to stay on this lighting?
I just love drama.
Do you want to lighting? The hat we're going to wear.
What's the hat round you?
The one you're going to wear now, the black one. No, the other one. Sorry. Thank you. So this is.
Those.
So it's like this. So we're going to wear sunglasses, and she's going to put a long black dress on. Yeah. It's my best Russian hat. Sunglasses, and maybe a little black scarf as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what we're going to do. So, couldn't tell you. It's a hat.
That's a gap.
It's a what?
It's more of a gap.
Yeah. But it's so
The free ones.
I just thought it had a kind of funky feel to it. So lighting wise, we can go bigger, broader light.
What about Hollywood?
Yeah,
I'm
that
all
was
Hollywood style.
Hollywood spot?
Hollywood spot.
Yeah.
I nearly brought my spot as well tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't, but I nearly did. Right, okay then, let's change that then.
This is the spot.
We're going to use a spot, yeah?
All Hollywood style.
So we're going to use the snoot. Let's use that one. Now, sorry, mate, that goes up there.
We have got one of those Christmas.
The Fresnel, have we? No, we haven't. No. It's not as far as I'm aware, because the Fresnels are a nice light. Yes, yeah. Do you know what? They work really well on the constant lights, and I have a Fresnel piece of glass at home, and I've been trying to work out if I can get a little mount to go in front of a Bourne's flash to see if it can work. You know, I haven't got around to it yet. I haven't worked it out yet. So right, we've got a spot now. So let's get rid of this. Watch yourself out. Got about me. Yeah. Right. All right, miss. Right. So that backlight, do we want a spot on the backlight? Do we want an edge to it? So if you come a bit further forward, Joe. So I'm going to go high so that the light's going to point down. So it was quite eye level before, so now we're going to bring it down this way a little bit. How's that on your face, mate? Hang on, light's coming, come on. There.
Down slightly. I think. Just a tiny thing. That's it.
Right, so that there gives us the shadow on the background. Do we want to just keep it like that with the shadow, one light, nice and simple?
Yeah.
We can add another light later on. Everybody all right with this, like this? Just one light like that? Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it this way a little bit. If you move that way a bit, Joe. So if we move it this way a little bit, then we get the balance of the shadow, and the shadow will be part of the shot. And we can use it as composition. So stay exactly where you are, please, mate. Is that about right? Great, cool. Done. Thanks. Right, with that, Phil?
That's me personally.
Yeah. But here's the good thing. You know, things in camp. Because I'm in charge.
Yeah.
Now, folks out there, that is me just exerting my authority. Aha! Mr. Wilbur, well done. Oh, wait a minute, all right. Don't tell me, problem with the trains.
Well, it was.
Yeah. Well, glad you're here. You missed the first shot, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It was a stunner. But we're going to do a really nice shot now. Perfect. Now, can you take that off me, please?
But it looks fantastic.
You think so? Let's do it then. Folks out there, I thought I was in charge a moment ago, but no. No, nice. With the hat, yeah, with the hat, definitely. Yeah. I like the hat, yeah. Right, so here's a group question, please, right? With the hat or without the hat? I think the hat should be pulled down a little bit further. Pulled down a bit on the front, down a little bit. Yeah, cool, that's it. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah,
So-
the hat around because it has different properties.
So move it around. the hat, just twist it around a little bit. Go ahead. Because if I do it, I'm absolutely going to cause some damage. Yeah. Oh, get in. One movement, Monica, and you did it. One movement. Thank you. So with this one, single light, and we're going to use the shadow at the background as well. So a bit more shapes and a bit more movement will look pretty cool. All right. The only thing is, you need to keep your face pretty much in this light. So we want to try and keep that on your face because we're going to light up to about here and all the way down into the drift off in the shadow. And we want that strong shadow on the background as well. Well, what we're going to need to do, Alice, if you move that way a little bit, please. There. So the way to do it is just have a little look where this light is here. So I've got a position down there, so that's her spot there. And I'm going to try and keep it. So it's very much like the first shot. We've got to watch the front light and make sure we see what's happening. You know, I say this in a lot of my groups and things. What a lot of people do is they set the lights up and then just shoot. Yeah. And they forget to look at the light. And looking at the light is the big thing. Because then you see, and what you see, like, we now as we look at this light, it's from high up. So we're doing that. So what it's doing, it's accenting Alex's fantastic cheekbones, right? Giving a nice shadow, a good strong jawline. But we can see by about here, the light is starting to drop off because it's on a shadow and smooth, so it's dropping off. It's going to drift into shadow. We could light all of that if we want to, but we'll lose a lot of it. But this is just going to give a really nice, moody, dramatic feel. And then, of course, in the background, we've got this spot of light. We're going to get a nice, strong, dark shadow as well. So let's have a little look, see where we are. Hey?
Accurate shadow.
Yeah.
Doesn't like a mistake. It looks like you've done it deliberately.
Yeah, and that is the point. It's a definite shadow that's part of the shot that we are going to use for creativity. Let's dive in there a second, please, Alan, if I can. Has anybody got one of the little things? There's one. Sorry. Right, I'm just going to work out what the settings are. Watch this wire again. What should come up there? Right, so look, quite dark there. If we look on that one there, we've got two ways we can do this. I can take my aperture down from 7.1. Yeah, I would say I'd take that down to probably about 4. Let me do it at 4. But what we're doing is sacrificing depth of field. Yeah. So there we are. That works pretty good. Yeah.
Jawbones are looking great, aren't they?
Yeah,
Really
looks fabulous.
With the glasses.
Yeah. So you've got a choice now. You can have a look if you want. By all means, have a look. So you've got a choice now. You can set the aperture at f4 or. Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah, it's good.
That was f4. I could go to 3.5 or 3.8, make it a bit brighter, or we can turn the power of the light up, which is what I'm going to do. Yeah. Hold that a second, mate. Just watch that.
Yeah.
Got it. Right, let's try that. Right, let's try one more, Alice, again. So what I've done this time is I've turned the power of the light up. I've turned the power of the light up, and I'm going to go back to 7.1, see where I am. Oh, sorry. I think you got my nose there, mate. Oh, look at that. That looks pretty cool. I like that. It looks great without that as well. Have a look by his hair. So, my setting here is 100 ASA, 125 shutter speed, and 7.1 f-stop. 7.1. I've gone back up to 7.1 because I want a little bit more depth in it. Right?
You're protecting the shadows a bit as well.
Oh, yes, but also on the previous shot, the shadows went a bit too blurred on the background. Yeah. So I want to try and keep a bit more depth to the picture, yeah? So, right, I'm going to start shooting a bit now. And remember, I've got to make sure I keep Alice in exactly the right place. So step back a bit, fellas. So what I'd like to start with, so if you move that way a tiny bit, please. Oh, move it up there. That's it there. Forward to me a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Quite straight on, quite strong. Just swing around, move. Just keep it moving like that. Let me do a thing. Then I'll get a bit more movement from your hips as well, okay? Can you just nudge those glasses up just a tiny bit? Push them up, the glasses up a little bit. That's it, yeah. That's better. Perfect, perfect. Now, I'm shooting down here as well, so I'm getting your hands in. So I just need a little bit of movement with the hands as well. Well, so rather than having them hanging like this, allow them to be a bit straighter, and then in a second I'll get you to do your bit more movement like that, yeah? Perfect. So swing your head this way a tiny bit, please. That's it, great. Nice. Perfect, perfect. And now, just roll for me with the movements you do, just like your hanging movements, your arm movements, that sort of thing, be great. Lots of hip and shifting movements. Nice, perfect. Perfect. Nice. So drop those hands down, please. Great. Hands down behind you. Nice, that's it, great. From there, let your head go that way. That's it. Nice, nice. Right hand back, please. That's the one. Cool, cool. That's gorgeous. Nice. This time, swing round more toward your face, towards Tony here. Yeah, take your left foot back a little bit. That's it. So you're more this way, just round, kind of like that a little bit to me. Yeah, turn your whole body and your hips this way to me. Turn around to me here. That's it. Yeah, and then keep everything there, but let your head come back this way, but towards me. Cool. That's nice. Perfect. Perfect. Head round to me, strong. Nice. Head goes. Look at me a second. Head that way a tiny bit. Then come in with your shoulders. I like that. That's nice. Let your shoulders come round like that for me. So bring your shoulders round like that. Nice. Head to me, please. Nice. That's lovely. Perfect. Perfect. Done. Thank you. Who's next? Go for it, mate. And don't forget, Alan. Tell her what to do. Get her to move. Hey? Yeah, it's lovely, like, yeah. I bought a spot attachment that gives like a focusing spot. I did think about bringing that tonight, but I just thought it was too much. So I'm going to do it another night. It'll either give us a nice, really soft focusing light on the front, but we can also stick gobos in and give patterns on the background, those sort of things. So that'll work really nice. Are we in mate of mine there? Yeah, nicely done. So our second shot, what we're doing, by the way, we're at the portrait group at the Camera Club in Kennington with me, Nick Gregan, and a whole host of very keen, lovely photographers. What we're doing in this shot, it's our second shot of the night, and we're using one single light. The group consensus was a kind of Hollywood style shot. So we're using one light with a snoot, very directional. Alan, make sure she doesn't drift out of that light. You've got to make sure her face stays in that light. Yeah, because she's just drifting towards me this way a little bit. So keep it up over there a bit. Alice, just move that way a little bit, please. There, that's it, yeah. You want to keep her in that light. Okay. So see how that light's on her face now? That's what we want to be looking for, that bright light. And what this light does, because it's very directional with the snoot, accents her lovely cheekbones, lovely jawline. And you can see the light just drifts off from her chest down. Right, still up there. Let's have a look at this a second. Oh, she's gone. I did a second ago. Let's have a look at this.
I'm sort of trying to play like and work like.
So let's get this. That's the first shot of there. We're on these shots here now. So you can see quite a strong light. We started off with a hat, but the hat's gone. And you can see how the light drifts off, but also see how the shadow in the background is part of the shot. You either got to get in close like that and not have the shadow in it, or pull out and use the shadow. That's part of it. Half a shadow doesn't work really well. And that's where we are at the moment. So let's get that back up there. How are we doing? Are we still live? Yeah, we are. In an hour. I think we'll try and get ready for the next shot, the last shot. How are we doing time-wise? 8:05. Okay, last couple of shots, please, Alan, if you don't mind.
Down to the usual debrief centre.
Well, I'm going to have a shandy, a pint of shandy, because I'm driving. So I think I brought a load of gear.
Killing them.
Hey, I know. I've got a job in the morning, mate. But yeah, I'm working in the morning. And I parked my car across the road. It hasn't been clamped. I forgot to check it.
Yellow tyres.
I hope not. Yeah, I hope not. No, I parked up there about 5:30.
I didn't see any warnings around.
Yeah, we'll see. Where'd Alan go? How'd you get on there, mate? May I have a look? Nice. That's nice and crisp, that. I like that. Lovely. That's beautiful. I really like that. Mm. It's a really nice light, isn't it? High contrast, you know, it's just really nice. Mm. Yeah, that's one with my nose in it. And you can see my tashes below it as well. But I'll tell you what though, I think Alice, because it's a bit overexposed, I think she looks funky there, almost like an alien. I really like that.
I think she looks a bit like Giorgio Armani.
Well,
He wears glasses.
yeah. Well, she's absolutely, yeah, lovely, mate. Really nice.
Number 15.
Mm. Go back to me. Go back to. Yeah, I love that. That's nice. Yeah. Go back a couple. Yeah, I like. Nice. Yeah, I like that. Those arm movements and just those little shoulder movements. Yeah, lovely.
Where did you find this girl? Was it?
We used her about 3 years ago when we were doing another portrait session, and I put a casting out on Model Mayhem and also on Star Now, and Alice contacted me on Model Mayhem. Yeah.
So you found it. Did you get her on Model Mayhem this time?
Yeah, Model Mayhem. Yeah, she saw the casting, the job on Model Mayhem, and got in touch with me straight away.
She said she doesn't do purple.
No, I wouldn't have thought so. No, she's not a type of girl. She's more of an editorial model, you know. Great, that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. I love that.
What do you want?
Hey, not bad, my old son, eh? Still got it.
This is your.
Yeah, nice, very nice. Did you get any shots, Phil?
I will do.
No, have you done them yet?
Yeah, I'll just the last one.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with right in because I don't like it.
Yeah, so just be wary of those shots. You're just drifting out of the light a little bit. Yeah. You see the difference that makes when she steps in the lights. Alan's got some fabulous shots. Yeah. Steve, are you using your, or is it one of mine?
It's one of yours.
Because I bought one that's almost identical to, I think it's identical to the one you've got, and I can't get it to work. Couldn't get it to work at all.
No, I think they're not the high quality.
Enough, yeah, I think that's what it is. Done? Sure?
Well, yeah, but I don't want to take all the time. So
Okay.
Oh, go on then, Phil.
I think I have what I want.
Lovely. Yeah, it works nice and black and white, nice and contrasting. Yeah. So yeah, it looks, I quite like that when it's overexposed a bit. That's really nice. Alan's done one, yeah, it's fabulous.
Overexposing.
Yeah, hang on 1 second. Let me just do this. Yeah, absolutely lovely. Yeah, yeah, they look really nice. The black and white looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done. You know what? And it only took me seconds to do that, like, didn't it?
Yeah. Well done.
But the thing is, it's just about looking at the light and having an idea of what you want to do first.
Mhm.
He says confident. He says confidently.
Before is all with soft light,
Yeah, yeah,
soft boxes. So
Yeah,
it's
cool.
nice to see completely.
I really like this light.
yeah. Well, I like using a snoot. I like using a snoot, and I like using honeycombs because they give you very directional light
Mm.
that you can control.
Yeah.
And we're only using one light.
Mhm.
If we wanted to, we could put another light in the background and get rid of the shadow.
Mm.
But I like the shadow. Yeah, it looks nice, you know. It just adds atmosphere and depth to it, you know.
Yeah.
And you can get creative with using the shadow. And
Oh, yeah.
there's nothing stopping, if you wanted to make the shadow the. Is that it, Phil?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. There's nothing stopping if you want to make the shadow the important thing.
Yeah.
And focus on the shadow and have her blurred down to focus.
Yeah. I mean, this is why I really kind of like that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, that's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Really like it. But she looks great. Her pose is great, and the shadow, and that finger's there with the hand on it. Looks just cool. Oh, it's cool. Hey, you might see one of them in the members exhibition, eh?
What?
The members exhibition. Actually, reminds me, I've got to get 2 pictures printed up for that.
I already have my 3 pictures and I left them at the museum because I left them there the other day, like thinking, oh, I'll just go directly from the museum and I'll just bring my photos.
Yeah. I've got to get them printed to send in. When's the close? Do you know when the closing date is? Or is it
About
closed?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
No, the closing date is not 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Just bring them in. I think that they're going, I think that's the 12th?
It's the 12th, isn't it? So,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think it's the
12th.
12th of December when you have to bring the final prints
Yeah.
so that they can be hung up for the
Yeah.
14th. Yeah. And then the opening view is the 15th.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
Yeah. 15th. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm around 15th. Nice. Right.
Yeah, also Supper's real, like half 3 photos already. I can't believe that.
Do you know what the crazy thing was? I sent 2 in, and I thought, yeah, I'll use those 2. Great. There were 2 from the portrait group.
Mhm.
And then I suddenly thought, oh no, I've got 2. I've got 2. I'd much rather use. You know what I mean? So I've got to do those and send those in instead of the other ones. You know.
Yeah. I actually chose like 3 of the photos that I took during the summer.
Yeah.
And one of them actually ended up 3rd place winner in one of the street photography
Oh, nice.
summer 22.
Cool.
Then I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. Done.
Nice, perfect. But I was just talking with Joe about he's been doing some bit of street photography. It's just not my thing. I can't find myself being interested. You know, I can look at some photographs and go, "Oh, it's beautiful," that. But I just don't have the, you know.
I just think it depends because I have to admit that I lost my taste for it.
Yeah.
So that's okay. I was just like, I went through the pandemic.
Yeah.
And I did a lot of photos of London empty. And I
Yeah.
think that the fact that I went through London when there was no people,
Yeah.
then trying to go back to photographing people.
Sure.
Really hard.
Yeah.
I don't know why, there was just something there that just did not click with me as
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny how those things change. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, very atmospheric.
Oh yeah, trying to put together a couple of like scenes with all my photographs from that time period.
Yeah, cool.
Because I lived in London Bridge, so I walked everywhere and I just documented everything.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, and a great place to be, London Bridge.
Yeah. It wasn't awesome, it was horrifying and it was like depressing as hell, but it's what kept me alive during that time.
Yeah.
You know, just take my camera and take photos.
Are you shooting?
Yeah.
Oh, right, I thought you were,
I'm trying it low light. I've not done any low light stuff with this film yet.
Is that it's a new camera, is it?
Yeah.
What happened to the old one? What is it shooting out with?
Z9.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, and what you call it, one of these mirrorless, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I literally changed it last week for my old stuff because about 6
So,
grand for the old stuff.
Do you like that one?
Yeah, no.
how'd you get your pictures up?
39.
Just scroll.
Yeah.
Just playing around. She's doing some great done.
Yeah.
Colour.
Yeah, they're lovely. When I was up at the book fest a couple of weeks ago, this press photographer came and he had the Canon ones.
Yeah.
This guy bored me senseless for about 2 hours. I couldn't get rid of him. How wonderful his new camera was and how wonderful his new lens and all the best gear he had.
Mine's good. Still getting used to that.
But one thing he did show me, he says, try this on me now. He said, click the focus. He said, now focus on my eyes. And he just walked around and the camera just followed it around. The follow focus was awesome. Yeah. They're absolutely awesome. Yeah.
I know I'm nailing the focus
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
And even if they're green, I don't think it's as good as my D5 was.
Yeah. Me, that was a pocket camera, that.
I've got, I think I've got 3,200 for that.
Really?
That's the first one of the first in the country.
Yeah.
I spent 6 grand, I spent about 3 grand. That little lens is 200. I had a whole host of a lens under the
Yeah.
That's what got all this.
Yeah. And did you buy get rid of all the lenses and buy new lenses?
Every lens I've got except for one. I've got a little 5300 and a 1.4 50mm on it. That's it. That's my standby gift for kids in the student.
Yeah. Yeah.
The thing is, it looks like that.
Hey?
It looks from here.
Yeah.
So you want to do it from here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Well, just have to do it from over there, mate. Make sure you put it out of the way. I think they're buying one, mate, are you?
Yes. That's the same as
What number is it?
RTX.
That's it.
That I don't know because
Oh, have a look at it.
Z9, you can Z9.
6
Yeah,
o'clock.
brand new.
Because I bought this one, I can't get it to work.
It's not 100%, but it does.
So I bought this one, I can't even get this one to work.
There's a ballpark area.
It should do.
When I press the button, it goes bang, there's the eye. So then if you
We've
want
tried
to
different
go,
combinations.
follow the eye.
Yeah.
So I do a wide area focus to get the general area focus.
Where's the button
Then
you
I
said?
zoom in on the eye. And it's great.
So it was working like that.
Still experimental.
But this couldn't get this to work in the little thingy. And it wasn't, for some reason, my camera wasn't synced with it. So we should go and work with it again. I should have a look at it, try and play with it again.
High noise and stuff like that.
But these are, I've got 3 of these, you know. They're great.
I've got a big telephoto. I've been trying to do some birds with them. It's a nightmare. Just useless. Absolutely useless.
Right, how would you do it now? I think we'll call it a day on this thing. What shall we now?
Constraint is budget.
Yeah, go on, yeah.
Yeah.
Just get me in there and I'll just finish it off, Phil. Still going live? Right, everybody, I'm going to finish the live broadcast now, only because the battery of my phone is going and we've got one more shot to do. And we don't know what it's going to be yet. It's going to be a consensus. We'll ask the group what the fancy lighting, then we'll set some lighting up, which is good for me because it puts me under pressure to think on my feet and come up with the lighting quickly, under pressure while people are watching. But also lets people get creative, get involved with the creative process. Portrait group runs every month at the Camera Club. It's usually the 3rd Thursday of the month, but because of the rail strikes over the last couple of months, we've been a bit hit and miss. We'll be starting again in January, 3rd Thursday in January, and get yourself down to the Camera Club, www.thecameraclub.co.uk, and join up. It's a fantastic place. A couple of studios. We run this group, and if people are interested, I'll run a lighting workshop. I'll run a headshot photography workshop, portrait workshop, fashion workshop, and we'll just talk about things in more detail that way. So if anybody's interested, drop us a comment or get in touch with the Camera Club, tell us watch the live stream, and tell you Nick Gregan said get in touch, and we'll talk about new groups as well, because I'd love to do some more groups. Thanks for watching, all of you, thanks for your time, and hopefully see you again in the future. Cheers, guys. Bye. Yeah, for legal, mate.